Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. I am so thrilled you're tuning in today because we are getting totally focused on a really critical piece of supply chain magic. If you've ever found yourself wondering how these massive global companies manage to keep their products safe, compliant, and perfectly tracked from the factory floor all the way to your front door, well, you're absolutely in the right place. We're going to break down exactly how SAP batch tracking works step by step right now.
But first, picture this high-stakes scenario. You're running a massive manufacturing facility. 1 million units have just shipped out across the country. And then, suddenly, you get an alert. There's a single defective batch of raw materials that somehow made it into your final product. So what do? How do you find that one defective product out of 1 million without recalling absolutely everything, throwing your entire supply chain into total chaos, and frankly, destroying your bottom line? In an untracked supply chain, it's a total nightmare.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. Section 1, why batch management matters. Section 2, how batch tracking works. Section 3, real-world business benefits. And Section 4, implementing SAP Batch Management. Let's get started. Section 1, why batch management matters, the core concept. For industries like pharmaceuticals or food and beverage, there is zero room for error. A mistake isn't just a lost sale, it's a massive health and safety crisis. And that is exactly why an SAP batch is so absolutely crucial. By definition, a batch refers to materials produced or procured under identical conditions, and they're managed as unique entities. Think of it this way. Every single batch gets its own unique digital fingerprint, and that unique identity is what enables incredibly precise shelf life management and complete supply chain transparency. If you don't have this unique identity, you honestly just cannot guarantee what's sitting in your warehouse. Section 2, how batch tracking works, the mechanics. So how does this system actually track a physical product as it moves through a facility? Well, it happens in 3 main phases. Step 1 is batch creation, which kicks off when goods are received. Step 2 is classification, where we capture all that vital data. And Step 3 is batch determination, which triggers when goods are finally issued or shipped. Let's break each of these down, kind of look under the hood, and see exactly what's going on. Looking at Step 1, batch creation. This happens during what we call goods receipt, or GR for short. When a truck backs up to the loading dock and raw materials are brought inside, the system can either automatically generate a brand new batch number or a user can manually create one. But from this second onward, think of this as printing a digital birth certificate for the material. It's now completely traceable. But let's be real, a batch number alone is really just a string of digits, right? It needs context. And that brings us to Step 2, classification. This is where we attach the crucial compliance data to that specific batch. We're talking about capturing expiration dates, the original vendor's batch numbers, and highly specific quality attributes like potency or grade. This data acts as the absolute foundation for the next automated step. It basically gives the system the intelligence it needs to make decisions. Finally, we reach Step 3, batch determination. This occurs during goods issue, sales orders, or production orders. Because we captured all that great data back in Step 2, SAP can now automatically select the right batch based on predefined criteria. When an order comes in, the system looks at the rules, scans the classified batches, and seamlessly guides the correct product out of the facility and right onto the truck. It literally removes the human guesswork completely. Section 3, real-world business benefits, the impact. So what's the overarching strategic value of all this? We've looked at the technical mechanics, sure, but for organizations like Rasta Infotech, who help clients actually implement these robust solutions, the real-world impact is massive. Traceability guarantees quick identification during those nightmare recalls we talked about earlier. Quality control literally links inspection results to batches, which restricts defective stock from ever moving. Shelf life management automates expiration handling. Regulatory compliance ensures you are legally meeting strict industry standards, and inventory precision allows you to differentiate your stock by distinct attributes like origin or chemical potency. This isn't just IT we're talking about, it's operational survival.
Now here's a really fascinating piece of strategy I want to highlight. FIFO. That stands for first expired, first out. Notice it doesn't say first in, first out. For perishable goods, shelf life management is absolutely critical. SAP actually uses the batch classification data to look at the exact expiration dates. This ensures that the materials expiring soonest are the ones picked for production or sale first. It's an incredibly smart, highly automated way to prevent wasted perishable inventory, and honestly, it saves companies an absolute fortune.
Section 4. Implementing SAP Batch Management. Next steps. So, how do companies actually turn this on? How do organizations effectively roll out this digital transformation to secure their supply chains? Well, the beauty of this system is its flexibility. You don't have to use a sledgehammer to fix a highly specific problem. You can activate batch management at the client level, which enforces system-wide traceability across your entire organization. Or if you only have a few highly sensitive items, you can activate it at the material master level just for those specific products. Basically, you configure the system to match your exact operational reality. Once it's activated, you configure the batch status into one of two crucial categories: restricted or unrestricted. If a batch fails a quality inspection, the system flags it as restricted. This means defective stock is safely kept completely out of production or sales. It is digitally locked down. Unrestricted batches, on the other hand, are cleared and ready to go. The system physically acts as an unyielding quality control gatekeeper. Furthermore, batch tracking doesn't live in a silo. It features seamless integration with other vital SAP modules, connecting directly with MM, or Materials Management, SD for Sales and Distribution, and PP for Production Planning. This incredible end-to-end connectivity means a batch's data flows automatically from the purchasing of raw materials right through the manufacturing process, all the way to the final sale and distribution. And this is exactly where industry experts step in. Rasta Infotech is positioned as a serious thought leader in this space, delivering innovative, compliance-ready, and efficiency-driven SAP solutions. By embedding SAP Batch Management directly into operations, they're providing that vital end-to-end supply chain visibility and helping companies build deep customer trust through absolutely reliable quality assurance. Which leaves us with a final thought for today's explainer. In industries where traceability and compliance are strictly non-negotiable, you really have to ask yourself, is your supply chain truly transparent? If you can't trace that one defective product out of a million instantly, it just might be time to rethink how your batches are managed and perhaps reach out to the experts who can illuminate those blind spots. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. Keep learning, and I'll see you in the next explainer.